in the order is father of the bride, Sean.
I've got notes because I've got a really bad memory, but welcome to Leon and Emily's wedding. And if I manage to get through this without crying, I'll be amazed. That's card number 1 gone. It's lovely to see so many happy, smiley faces. I hope some of you are still sober. And just in case you're wondering, I'm the very proud father of the bride. So, Emily, Leon, 10 years together and you finally tied the knot. And thanks to everybody for being here today and sharing in Emily and Leon's wedding day. I also want to say that both families have got family members that either couldn't be with us today or are no longer with us, and they're very much in our thoughts today. That's the emotional part I had to get through. And I also say a big thank you to some of our extended family for getting up extra early today to make journeys from London and Canada with the early bus. And also thanks to anybody else who's made those few extra miles to get here with us to celebrate. I'd also like to say thank you to Runa Farm. The venue's fabulous. We couldn't have asked for a better place to celebrate in Emily and Leon's wedding, so thank you to Runa. I've lost a card. So, yeah, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. We are so proud of the pair of you. Everything you've achieved and built together so far. I've no doubt you'll continue to grow as a family, Emily. And make many more special, happy memories together. And a special memory to our little grandpup Loki, who's been an absolute star today. He's somewhere down the back, and we love Loki to bits as well. So I'd like to share a memory with you all. I honestly never thought when Emily was growing up that we would both end up in the back of a police car together. At the time, Emily was 14 years old. So, yeah, it gets worse. So Jill was away for the weekend celebrating something with all of our drunken mates. They were all down there. And Emily was going out to a party with all of her 14-year-old drunken mates. And I know for a fact some of them are in this room, so I'm not going to name names. But yeah, culprit number 1. Emily had a pot noodle for her tea and a quarter of a bottle of vodka. And not today, no, I agree. The next thing, I got a phone call from one of our friends saying, you better get over to the town. Adam and myself, we drove over and saw Emily flat out in the back of a police car. We ended up in accident and emergency, believe it or not. But eventually, safely back home. Emily slept the night. I didn't sleep a wink. Emily woke up stone cold sober, couldn't remember a thing about what had happened. I wasn't in a good place at that point, I can tell you. But that wasn't the end of the story, because the next morning we drove down to York to meet up with Jill and all of Jill's friends, and Emily did the walk of shame into the front room. I thoroughly expected everybody to reprimand Emily. What they actually said was, next time have something to eat. So thanks, girls, for being so caring. She's told me she's never touched a drop since, but I'm not quite sure I believe that. Anyway, that just a quick story. It's been a great day so far, and I've no doubt we'll have more happy memories, singing, dancing and having fun as it even wears on. So I'd like to say to Leon, welcome to the family. We welcomed Leon 10 years ago, but I'm just putting this out on record. We couldn't have asked for a nicer son-in-law. Wait till you hear the next bit. You make Emily laugh. You make Emily mad. But most of all, you make Emily happy, and that's what's important for both of you. We are so proud of everything you've achieved together, and we love you both dearly. You'll be pleased to hear I'm nearly finished talking. So, here's to a beautiful future together. I'd like to invite all of you to stand up and raise a glass, please. And please toast the new Mr. and Mrs. Callender. Mr. and Mrs. Callender, cheers. 7 minutes, so I made it within the 10.
Ladies and gents, next up, your groom, Leon.
I'll try not to cry this time. I should have really rehearsed this, but, you know, I wing these things. So, obviously, we do really appreciate everyone coming here today. It's a lot of you do holidays and stuff like that, and come from Canada, etc. So, we really do appreciate it, and thank you all for that. Thank you, Sean, for that lovely speech. I really appreciate it. Moving on to that. So, obviously, we've got a major family up here. Got Mum and Dad, or Daddy Dave as I call him. I'll tell you what, I don't know how he's brought me up, because what a little shit I was. So, he's done a very good job, and for us to be up here, getting married to someone like Emily, fair play. And obviously, I'd like to thank Emily's mum and dad for taking us in 10 years ago.
Anytime.
I was
You should have paid it.
I was a jobless little person when I came in, and now we're all right. Obviously, I'd like to thank Kian and Sean for me stag do, and obviously just being in my life for the last 20 plus years, and I really do appreciate it. Couldn't do a lot of things without you two. Well, apart from being in a doghouse a lot, but yeah. Obviously, the bridesmaids, thank you very much again for Emily and everything you've done for her. You're looking absolutely stunning. Thanks to all the trips down to London, all the way back up to London, keeping her sane, because I have done a lot of organising, so it's been hard for me as well. I'm a comedian. It's here somewhere. Table 4, I think you know who you are. Yes, that one. So Emily really appreciates the hen do that you all had a part of playing. Amy for all the effort that did go into it for the hen do. Ellis and Cam for the days and nights spent with all the special details. Never mind what you're doing today. You're doing a full-time job today. Yeah. They're not relaxing. Who are sods? Emily honestly couldn't have done it without you, and you have been a great group of friends for her. Like I say, you can thank me for doing some organising if you want. It's totally up to you. But yeah, Emily has done a great job organising this, and literally pushing me on the back and just letting her do her own thing. And I think it's worked better because she would have murdered us. Yeah. I couldn't have done half the stuff you've done. Me and Emily have obviously been together 10 years, enjoyed many unbelievable holidays. Florida, for example, Dominican Republic, getting stuck in a level 5 hurricane, which was traumatising for Emily and the family, who came rushing down to Manchester. God, it was, yeah. Obviously, like I say, we have been 10 years, nearly 3,650 days. And in those days, 1,300 of those must have been in the doghouse. I'll try and lower them numbers going forward another 10 years. Emily never really has it easy with me, to be honest. Most people know in this room I am the centre of attention when I want to be. Mainly all the time. Yeah. But today I am going to try to take a step back. Until 8 o'clock. But yeah, we're here just admiring how beautiful you look today. And yeah, I'll try not to blubber again. But from leaving me plates on the side, keys on the side and not in the bowl, diagnosed with ADHD, which definitely haven't got. But I do this every day and I get off the hook pretty quick, to be honest, and yeah. I think if you did ask me and Emily 10 years ago if we'd be in this room together with all of yous, you would have all laughed. Let's be real, yous all would have laughed. Not only this, about 10 years ago I did scout Emily out at a prom. Yes. I'd like to thank my way in my school for that. Yeah, she was at the Stadium of Light, which we should have been today, but you know. Yeah, so I've seen her in your first ever dress to your last beautiful dress with me. Yeah. Obviously, we've got a house together now. We've both moved on to better jobs together. We've got a little dog at the back who's hopefully asleep. Hi. Yeah, and like I think Sean did touch on it, there's people who aren't here today. And I think my granddad, he was instrumental in my life and with me and Emily, really. He did say I need to calm down when I can. He'd pick us up from the town at 10 o'clock at night, and yeah, he was the main driving force. I got down on one knee for Emily, and he's not here today, but he's here with us, especially all of us. I'll end on this. I've been told feelings would die down, but here I am excited for every day, every new day I spend with you. Emily, there's never been anyone else that compares to you and what we've built in this 10 years. I absolutely love you.
Ladies and gents, now the best man, Kian. Can I leave?
Right, just before I start, obviously I was told at the start of this that I wasn't allowed to say thank yous. I don't know if Leon remembers that. But I would just like to say thank you to Sean. He's been the best groomsman I could have asked for. So thank you for everything you've helped us do, to be honest. So thanks to you. So I'll get on with my speech anyway. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kian, the best man today. If you don't already know me, you're probably from Emily's side of the family. If not, you're at the wrong wedding. As I'm sure you're all aware, Leon's always took on the role as being the gobshite out of the three of us. Unfortunately, for the next 5 minutes, it is my turn. They say in the best man speech, all you need to do is roast the groom. Well, where do I start? Peter Crouch. Peter Twig. Twiggy. Casper. Sid the Sloth. Bazza. And obviously Pickle Boy. I'd be here all day, so I'll give you the day off the grief and share a memory with you all. Obviously, over the years, there's been many good memories, but only a few that don't incriminate myself. When I was writing this speech, I tried to think of a moment that Leon came into my life. However, I couldn't quite remember, as I felt he's always been a thorn on my side. There's one memory that comes to mind from our teenage years. It all started by a few of the lads wanting a drink at the grand old age of 14. Most of us had a bit about of us and didn't want to stand on a street corner asking someone to get us a bottle of vodka. Do you know what this one is? Leon, with his quick thinking yet again, came up with a stupid plan. But just like that, we all followed suit, as we always do. Look, lads, it's simple. I'll ring my mum, she's at work. I'll say I'm locked out, I need her house key. While yous are all distracting her in the front of the shop, I'll pocket a bottle of vodka from the stockroom where she keeps her coat. It's a good job Avil's not here today. It's clear to see Leon's never changed. Still yet to grow up, still a tight arse, still craves every bit of attention he can get. But I must say, Leon, you have scooped up well today. Just as good as the day you wore your mum's jeans to the cinema. I'd just like to say thank you for having me as your best man today. But most importantly, thank you for being there for me every day. From the good times, the sad times, to the times I just need someone to laugh at. You're always there. I've got to admit, being best man today, I had some big shoes to fill. There will only be one best man in Leon's life, who unfortunately isn't here today. But on behalf of him, I'd like to say how incredibly proud he would be of the man you are today and the woman you have chosen to marry. So if anyone just raise a glass to Alan. Emily. I'll never forget the day you and Leon met. Our favourite time of the year. Let's think back to Monk Weymouth School Prom Night on the 4th of July 2013, which is also my birthday. I should have known from that day we would be standing here today. All I heard that day and the 6 weeks after, that last man from the prom, she was unreal. He even dragged me down to the party afterwards to try and find you and get lucky. However, this day didn't stop Leon spending the next... Sorry, I've missed a slide there. 6 a.m. the next morning, in McDonald's, still no luck. This didn't stop Leon spending the next week searching social media for a tagged photo. After a long, hard search, nearly a prison sentence later, just like that, he had a date along the Roca Riviera. Never to be seen again for the next 2 years. There's no one else I'd like to share mine and Leon's bond with. Emily, you're the most beautiful bride, amazing person, but most importantly, the one that makes Leon the happiest man in the world. I can honestly say you make him the better version of himself. I would just like to offer some guidance. Leon, from this day forward, if you have £10 and Emily has £10, Emily now has £20. A great marriage is not when the perfect couple come together. It's when an imperfect couple learn to enjoy their differences. Leon and Emily, before I finish, I'd just like to get you to turn and face each other. Look at each other. You're now looking into the eyes of the person who is statistically most to murder you. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and raise a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Callender.